My child, I am glad and proud of you that you have not skipped this message, because this is not an ordinary message. It is regarding your mind that is getting anxious and confused about your future. Yes, I know you always think about your future, and I see every thought that stirs within you, even the ones you do not voice aloud. I know the silent fears that creep in when the world goes quiet. I know how you sometimes lie awake at night, wondering if you're on the right path, if you've missed something, or if your best days are behind you. But I tell you now, listen closely, your future is not something to be feared. It is something I have already gone ahead of you to prepare. You worry because you cannot see what lies ahead, but I can. I have always seen. I saw you before you were formed in the womb. I saw your days unfold before one of them came to pass. I was the one who wrote every page of your life. And though I have given you free will, and though the world presents many choices and challenges, I have woven within your path purpose, meaning, and divine appointments that cannot be stolen from you. What I have ordained, no man, no mistake, no fear, no failure can ever undo. I am not burdened by time the way you are. You look at clocks, calendars, deadlines, but I exist outside of time. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I know what has hurt you. I know what you've lost. I know what you regret. I know how hard you try to act strong when you're quietly falling apart inside. But I am here. I have always been here. You are not walking alone. Every step you've taken has been under my watchful eye. Do not believe the lies whispered to you in moments of weakness. Do not believe the thoughts that tell you you're not enough, that you've missed your moment, that you've failed too many times, or that you are alone. These are not my words. I do not condemn you. I do not shame you. I lift you. I restore. I renew. I do not consult your past to determine your future. I look at your heart, and I see beauty there, even when you feel broken. You think too much about what could go wrong. You ask yourself questions laced with fear. What if I fail? What if nothing works out? What if I'm left behind? But what if you succeed? What if everything is working together for your good, even now behind the scenes? You cannot see all that I am doing. You cannot hear the conversations I orchestrate, the hearts I stir on your behalf, the doors I'm opening that you don't yet know exist. My timing is perfect, not just good. Perfect. It will not be late. It will not be early. It will come when your heart, your character, your readiness, and the purpose I have for you converge in fullness. Your anxious thoughts tire you because you keep trying to carry tomorrow's weight with today's strength. But I never asked you to do that. I only asked you to trust me today, just today. And when tomorrow comes, I will be there too, with fresh strength, new grace, and provision that is exactly enough for what is required. I never run out. I am the endless source of what you need. You look at others and wonder why their journey seems smoother, faster, or more blessed. You measure yourself against them and feel behind. But I did not create you to be a copy of anyone else. You are unique, and your process is unique. Some flowers bloom in spring, others in summer. But all bloom in their season, and no flower is less beautiful for blooming later. You are not late. You are right on time for what I have destined for you. Yes, you have made mistakes. You have taken detours. But I am not limited by your detours. I use even what was meant for harm and turn it for good. What others meant to break you, I will use to build you. What you thought was a dead end, I will turn into a doorway. I specialize in resurrection, bringing life to what seems lost, hopeless, or broken. I can redeem the years that feel wasted. I can breathe purpose into your pain. I can make beauty rise from ashes. Will you let me? You ask for signs. You ask for clarity. But sometimes I give you silence not because I'm absent, but because I'm growing your trust. I don't want your faith to be dependent on constant signs. I want your heart to be grounded in the assurance that I am who I say I am, even when I seem quiet. I want your roots to go deep, not just into your desires, but into me. Because storms will come, winds will blow, questions will rise. But if you are rooted in me, you will not fall. I have not forgotten you. I have not overlooked you. I am not disappointed in you. Even in your lowest moments, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have seen the tears you cried in secret. I have heard the prayers you whispered through clenched teeth and heavy breaths. I have caught every tear. Not one has fallen unnoticed. I am near to the brokenhearted. I heal the wounds no one else sees. And I will finish what I began in you. I do not abandon my work. I complete it. I complete you. There are dreams you buried because you thought they were too impossible, too late, too risky. But who told you that? Who told you to let go of what I planted? I am not confined by statistics, by logic, by probabilities. I am the God who parted seas, who walked on water, who raised the dead. I do not need ideal conditions to fulfill a promise. I only need your trust. Trust is the currency of the kingdom. When you believe even before you see, mountains move. You've been tired lately, not just physically, but soul tired. The kind of tired that rest doesn't fix. That's because your soul is carrying burdens it was never meant to carry. You keep trying to figure everything out. You replay conversations. You analyze the future. You try to anticipate pain before it comes. But child, come to me. Come and lay it down. Let me be your shepherd. Let me lead you beside still waters. Let me restore your soul. You don't have to pretend with me. I know your heart completely and I love you fully. Your purpose is not fragile. It cannot be ruined by one wrong decision. I am bigger than your decisions. I know how to reroute. I know how to bring you back to center, even when you've wandered. Even when you feel lost, you are still within the reach of my hand. I am the good shepherd who leaves the 99 to find the one. I pursue you not to punish, but to protect. I guide you not with harshness, but with patience. I speak not with condemnation, but with love. I placed within you gifts that the world needs. Don't hide them. Don't silence yourself out of fear of being misunderstood or rejected. I will make room for your gifts. I will open the right doors. You don't have to force what is meant for you. You don't have to chase it anxiously. You only have to walk with me, and together we will reach every destination I have set for you. Yes, the world is chaotic. Yes, things seem unstable. But I am your firm foundation. When everything around you shakes, you will not be shaken because you are held by me. Keep your eyes on me. Do not let your heart be troubled by what you see in the news, in the economy, in your surroundings. I am still in control. My kingdom is unshakable, and you are part of that kingdom. Your future is not just a place of provision, but of purpose. I will use you to touch lives, to bring light, to lift others, and I will use even your weaknesses as vessels for my strength. Do not wait until you feel perfect to be used. I use the willing, not the flawless. I use those who say, "Here I am, Lord, send me," even when they feel scared. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to say yes. When you walk with me, you walk in peace, not because the path is always smooth, but because I am with you. I am the peace in the storm. I am the light in your darkness. I am the voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." I go before you. I walk beside you. I follow behind you. You are surrounded by my presence. You are never alone. You have grown so used to worry that you've begun to believe it is part of who you are. But worry was never meant to live in you. I did not design your soul to be ruled by fear or drowned in anxiety. I formed you to walk in peace, to live in freedom, to rest in the assurance of my presence. But worry, that persistent voice that whispers lies and raises questions with no answers, has tried to become your guide. It poses as a protector, as if by worrying you can somehow control what happens next. But that is not true. Worry does not protect you, it steals from you. It takes your joy, your strength, your peace. It robs you of the present moment while offering you nothing in return but exhaustion. Child, how many days have you lived beneath the pressure of what might happen? How many nights have you laid awake rehearsing possible scenarios, outcomes, conversations that may never come to pass? How often have you found yourself lost in thoughts about tomorrow while today sits quietly beside you, waiting to be embraced? Worry binds your mind in chains that I never placed upon you. I did not create you to walk in fear of the future. I created you to walk with me step by step, breath by breath, moment by moment, trusting that I am already in tomorrow, just as I am with you today. When you worry, it is because you are trying to take my place. Not consciously, not out of rebellion, but out of desperation. You want to know. You want to be sure. You want to see the path clearly before you take the step. And I understand that. I understand the longing to feel safe, to feel certain. But true safety is not found in understanding every outcome. It is found in trusting me even when the outcomes are hidden. You say you want my will for your life, but often worry keeps you from receiving it. Because to accept my will, you must release your need to control, and that is hard. I know. But beloved, my will is good. Even when it feels unfamiliar. Even when it requires surrender. Even when it does not look like what you expected. Worry fights against surrender. It tells you that if you let go, things will fall apart. It convinces you that if you don't stay on high alert, you'll miss something important or be blindsided by pain. But my will is not something fragile that can be disrupted by your letting go. In fact, your release is the very thing that allows my will to unfold in fullness. You cannot receive what I have for you with clenched fists. You must open your hands. You must open your heart. And that takes trust not just in my power, but in my character. I am not a distant force. I am your father. I am the lover of your soul. I am the one who chose you when you were unseen. I am the one who stood beside you in every valley, whether you noticed me or not. I am the one who caught the tears you wiped away before anyone else could see them. I do not grow weary of you. I do not become frustrated by your weakness. I do not abandon you when your faith wavers. I remain constant, present, unshaken. Worry is loud, isn't it? It speaks in what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. It drowns out my still small voice. It convinces you to run ahead or to hold back when I am calling you forward. And worst of all, it clouds your ability to hear me clearly. Because worry demands answers, but I offer peace. Worry asks for guarantees, but I offer myself. I do not promise that life will be easy, but I promise I will never leave you in it. I do not promise that you will understand everything, but I promise that everything will work together for your good if you walk with me. You look at your circumstances and wonder, is this my will? And sometimes, because the road is hard or confusing, you doubt. But know this, my will is not always about ease, it is about transformation. It is about becoming, not just arriving. I care more about who you are becoming in me than about how quickly you reach your goals. Worry will try to rush you. It will push you into decisions made in panic. But I do not operate through panic. I lead through peace. You were never meant to bear the weight of the unknown alone. That is why I told you to cast your cares upon me. Not because they are unimportant, but because I care for you. I see the burdens you carry. I see how you smile on the outside while inside your heart trembles with uncertainty. I see how you try to hold everything together for yourself, for others. But I did not ask you to be the one who holds it all. That is my job. I hold the universe in my hands, and I am fully capable of holding your life as well. You do not have to be afraid of my will. Yes, it may lead you through wildernesses. Yes, it may ask you to wait. Yes, it may stretch your faith beyond your comfort. But it will never lead you to a place where I am not. It will never ask you to walk a road alone. And every season, even the ones that feel like loss or silence, have purpose in them. I do not waste seasons. I do not waste tears. I do not waste waiting. All of it is sacred in my hands. You ask me, but what if I make the wrong decision? And I say to you, even if you make a mistake, I am still God. I am still capable of redirecting, of restoring, of realigning you with my heart. You do not need to fear missing my will when you are sincerely seeking me. I honor the heart that longs to walk in my ways. Do not let worry paralyze you. Take the step I've placed before you, and trust that I will guide the next. Worry is a thief. It steals not only your joy, but your clarity. It fogs your perception. It makes the road seem darker than it is. But I am the light. I do not dim. Even in the darkest moments, I am there, guiding you, if only you will look up. Keep your eyes on me, not on the storm, not on the noise, not on the voices of fear that clamor for your attention. My sheep know my voice, and you are my sheep. Listen, even when my voice is a whisper. You will find it not in the fire, not in the earthquake, but in the stillness. When worry rises, come to me, not as a last resort, but as your first response. Lay it all before me, not with polished words, but with honesty. Tell me what you're afraid of. Tell me what keeps you up at night. Tell me what your heart aches for. I am not offended by your vulnerability. I am moved by it. I draw near to the humble, to the broken-hearted. I lift up those who fall beneath the weight of their own thoughts. I am not like people who grow tired of hearing your concerns. I listen every time. I lean in. I respond in love. There is peace available to you right now, not when the situation changes, not when the future is clear, but right now. Because peace is not the absence of uncertainty, it is the presence of me. And I am with you. You do not need to strive to earn this peace. You only need to receive it. Open your hands. Breathe deeply. Let the tension melt from your soul as you surrender the illusion of control. You are not the author of your life, I am. And I write good stories. I write stories of redemption, of healing, of beauty rising from brokenness. Let me write yours without your interference. Let me move without fear obstructing your view. Sometimes worry comes disguised as responsibility. You think, if I don't worry, I'm not being careful. But I never called you to carry that kind of responsibility. Wisdom is good. Planning is good. But worry is a distortion. It is the fruit of a mind disconnected from trust. And I want your mind renewed. I want your thoughts filled with truth, not the noise of the world, not the lies of the enemy, but truth. My word is truth. Let it anchor you when your emotions pull you in every direction. Let it calm the waves of your inner sea. My child, I know how deeply you long for peace. I place that longing within you because I am peace. You are meant to live in connection with me, moment by moment. That is how worry loses its power, when you abide in me. Not occasionally, not only when things go wrong, but continually. I want to walk with you through every hour of your day, to be your first thought in the morning and your last thought at night. I want to be the one you turn to, not just for answers, but for presence. There is no shame in the fact that you worry. This is not a message of rebuke, but of invitation. I am inviting you into a new way of living, a way where you are not ruled by what you cannot control, a way where you do not brace for disaster at every turn, a way where you trust my heart, even when you cannot trace my hand. I know how hard it can be. I know how your past has shaped your instincts, but I am greater than your past. I am greater than your trauma. I am greater than your fear. Let me teach you how to live unburdened, not careless, but carefree, not detached, but deeply rooted in me. When you learn to release worry, you make space for joy. You make room for peace to bloom. You open your spirit to receive what I have long been wanting to give you. Do not let worry be the gatekeeper of your heart any longer. Let my spirit dwell there instead. Let love cast out fear. Let trust disarm anxiety. Let faith rise like a song within you. You do not need to figure everything out. You need only to be faithful with what I've placed in your hands today. One step, one act of obedience, one moment of surrender. That is enough. I will take care of the rest. I am already in the places you're worried about. I have already prepared the solutions to the problems you have not yet encountered. I am already there healing, providing, aligning. Trust me. I do not fail. I never have. I never will. And when you fall into worry again and you will, don't run from me in shame. Run to me. Let me remind you again of who I am. Let me lift your head again. Let me fill your soul with peace again. I do not grow tired of comforting you. I am a patient father. I am a tender shepherd. I am the God who sees, the God who hears, the God who stays. Your life is not spiraling beyond my reach. Your future is not falling apart. It is unfolding according to a wisdom far beyond your own. Worry may tell you otherwise, but worry is not your counselor. I am. I am the wonderful counselor. I do not mislead. I do not confuse. I do not abandon halfway. Let me in. Let me into the places you've guarded because of fear. Let me into the rooms where worry has lived too long. I will bring light. I will bring rest. I will bring clarity. Not all at once, but day by day as you walk with me.